You say you got them cured.
I buy now, then your birthday.
Alright, man, tell them who you is.
It's good, man. It's Manny Mac. You know me? Manny Mac 11. Trenton, New Jersey. You know the vibes. What's good with it?
Alright, man, so, you know, it's been a lot going on lately in the town, man. A lot of pain going on around here. And as far as Trenton Talks, you know what I'm doing. I'm trying to push the non-violence campaign.
Facts.
So, I'm asking everybody, like, how can we slow these things down? How can we help the youth and the next generation?
It's like as far as, you know, feel me? First of all, RIP to everybody that passed away, feel me? This shit been going on for a minute, you know. I go in Trenton, we live in a small town, you feel me? But as far as stopping it, I don't really think nothing could stop it, you feel me? Like, cause it's like, the young coming up, you feel me? Like, I'm in my 20s, mid-20s, so, like, ain't really nothing you can tell the young boys, you feel me? They gonna do what they gonna do. They don't got no old heads to look up to, you feel me? And the old heads that they do look up to, they letting that shit rock. They ain't telling the young boys like, yeah, don't do this, don't do that, move this way and move that way. You feel me? They letting it rock. Some of them indulging in the shit. They hyping these young boys up that, you know, we ain't really got no leaders. There ain't no guidance. You feel me? So that's where a lot of the shit come from. Is they ain't got no guidance. You feel me? So you know.
A lot of them losing somebody young, like they 15, 16, lose their brother. Like, what do you tell a little nigga that just lost his little bro or his right hands? How you tell him to chill?
I mean, as far as me and my advice, like, you know, losing somebody, because I lost like a couple people just in the past 2 weeks. As far as losing somebody, like, for the young boys, is like, I would tell them in my words, like, it's like you don't even really got the words, because like when somebody hurting, like especially younger, like when they're in the younger age group and somebody lost somebody, it's like they don't even really understand, especially if they in the streets. When you in the streets, like, they don't understand, you feel me? They just thinking revenge. They just thinking revenge. Like, I try to tell a couple young boys, like, this ain't the way, you feel me? Like, really stay safe, feel me? And another thing come from, ain't nothing to really do in the city. Like, we don't got nothing, so it's not like they could go do something that keep their focus off what's going on in the streets. Like, a lot of the young boys already in the street, you feel me? Or they are around somebody that's already in the street, so it's like, you feel me? It's really like not too much you could tell them, like, what you gonna say? Like, yeah, do this. They not trying to hear go get a job or, you feel me, do this. And a lot of them really don't got no passion, or at least they ain't find what they good at yet. So it's like, you know, when you out here, it could be a kid that just came out the crib, man, ain't even jump off the porch or nothing. His boy might be banging though, you feel me? You just get caught up in a mix like that. Like, so it's like, what you gonna tell him? You feel me? Like, I really can't find the words to tell him. To say sorry for your loss. This is a never-ending cycle. Like, we ain't got no real big leader. The people in, like, the influencers in our city, they really not gonna say, they really not gonna speak on it. What you gonna post a status on Facebook and be like, yeah, oh Trenton, wow, this and that, youngins need to stop. They not trying to hear none of that, you feel me? After that, man just lost somebody, like, you feel me? Because to be honest, like, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, like, it's like, it's hard. It's hard, because it's like, damn, do I do this? Of course you wanna ride for your man that just died, you feel me? Like, that shit be eating you, but like me, as far as me, like, I got a level head, so it's like, you know, I know it's other places. If I can go get revenge on this man, you feel me, on whoever, but I'm thinking of the bigger picture, you feel me? Like, don't get me wrong, I be wanting to do the same thing. I want to go ride on somebody, you feel me? But at the end of the day, where I get caught when I'm being jail or dead, you feel me? I go do something to somebody, get away from it, you feel me? Be chilling, now the shit come back around. Niggas got moms, niggas got sisters, niggas got family out here to live for, niggas got shit they gotta take care of, you feel me? And ain't none of us where we really wanna be at. So it's like, you feel me, you get caught up on that stuff, you just cutting your life short, you feel me? But like I said, like, it's not is no right or wrong. Mm-hmm. It's not no right or wrong.
Can't judge them.
Whoever you is, you feel me? It's about who you is as a person.
But it got to be a healthier way to deal with the pain. Like they say, feel me? Where we from, we don't fuck with therapy. We don't fuck with none of that shit. Got people dealing with depression, PTSD, anxiety. So how do we deal with that in the hood? Like, what do niggas supposed to do in the hood? Just hold it in, or like, what do you do?
And it's not good to hold it. It's not good.
That shit right there.
It's not good
right
to hold it in. You feel me?
And that paper, man, that cash, man.
It's not good to hold it in. Like you said, a lot of people, like, we run from the pain. I'm going through the same thing. PTSD, anxiety, all that. All of us got PTSD. We don't even know it. It's like we in the hood. If a white kid got PTSD and stuff, when the white kid got anxiety and PTSD and shit like that, they get therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck? Black people can't even, us in this hood, we can't even afford therapy. What you gonna pay $500 every week just to go talk to somebody? You feel me? That's why we end up holding in. That's why now when you hold in stuff so much and it get bottled up, you holding in all that stuff, you're gonna explode. You feel me? And when you explode, it's not gonna be nice.
Shaking up a soda.
Like me personally, I make music, so it's like, you feel me? That's how I just talk about stuff, and that's therapeutic to me. You feel me? Because it's like I'm telling my own story about what's going on and how I feel. Like that's what. But what can you tell a young boy that he don't really know what he good at?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't even figure out life yet. He don't know what he want to do. There's nothing you can really tell him. So it's like he bottling up. Like in this generation that's going on, and the generation after us, it's like if you got feelings, you soft. Man ain't supposed to cry, you ain't supposed to cry or nothing. You feel me? When you holding all that in, you're gonna explode. Like, you feel me? Like it's just like you really gotta find something you like. As cliche as it may sound, you really gotta find something you like and let that pain, you gotta turn pain. Well, my next mixtape coming out is Pain is Progress. And the meaning of that title is you gotta really turn pain into power. You feel me? You gotta turn pain, you gotta take advantage of that pain and embrace it so you can move forward. Don't get me wrong, you could dwell in pain. You could dwell in pain, but once you dwell in it, you can sit down in the shithole you in, and that's the only thing gonna keep coming back around. It never ends cycle until you die or you locked up. You feel me? You gonna keep going through pain. Not only are you going through that pain, you about to put your mom through it. You about to put your sister through it. You about to put your brother through it. You about to put the family through it. You feel me? So it's like you can sit in that pain and just dwell on it, or you could use that pain to move forward and push forward. You feel me? That's
You gotta be a man.
anxiety as far as it, like niggas got PTSD. It's like little kids. You feel me? It's like people dying and little kids seeing it. You feel me? We don't think that's affecting them like people don't think that's affecting them, but they do. At the time a kid kids ain't even supposed to be seeing shit like that. It's kids that somebody gets shot, the cops circle around, everything is ambulance out here. It's little kids on the block watching that. You feel me? 10-year-old, 9-year-old. You feel me? They don't even know what's going on. Like, they don't know what's going on. Their mind can't even, you feel me? That's not regular for a kid to see that.
Or they might just hear it was a nigga from a certain side of church that did it, and now they growing up not liking that certain side of church.
You might hear, you feel me?
It's a cycle, man.
It's a cycle. Kids not supposed to be saying that, you feel me? There's a lot of kids in other suburban areas that never even, they ain't even hearing no gunshots, you feel me? They don't know what it is to walk around. Like when I move around, I gotta look behind my back, you feel me? That's PTSD. We living like it's normal though. Everybody think they know it. All of us got PTSD. All of us dealing with stress, anxiety, all that. We just don't know it, you feel me? Like a lot of people don't know it. It's regular to them how they living and how their emotions is. Like people feel like, oh, we men, so we ain't got it. Like we can't express ourselves, which is wrong. You feel me? If you gotta cry, my nigga. I done cried some nights. You hear me? Just let it out. You feel me? And that's all the way back. That don't make me any less of a man though. But how you gonna deal with it at the end of the day? You
I
feel
cry all
me?
the time, man.
That's how it go. Like
I lost my best friend. I lost my aunt. I've been through so much. My boy.
you done lost so many people. This shit is crazy.
At the end of the day, it's life.
It's life though. Like I said, you gotta find something that you really love doing. I don't care what it is. As long as it's positive and it could change your situation, you feel me? You gotta be locked in. You feel me? Because that's where at the end of the day, you know, oh, all right, yeah, my homie gone, my brother gone, or my dad gone, you feel me? Or anything, anybody died in your family, but you know, you feel me, from gun violence and stuff, you know you focus, you know my life is bigger than this. Yeah, I can go do this, but my life bigger than that. You feel me? And that's a hard, like I said, ain't no wrong or right. That's a hard thing to do, to be like, oh yeah, and switch your mindset from that and go this way. Don't get me wrong, you always gonna love, you always gonna miss. You gotta be strong-minded. You always gonna miss your dead people and stuff like that.
Music is a big influence.
Yeah, I actually want that, man. Like, feel me? A couple years ago, we take it back. It's just New Jersey, man. It was Jersey dancing. Like, a lot of these young boys was dancing.
Yeah.
So, one thing I've been touching on, I feel like Chicago and Chief Keef, once that came in, that shifted shit.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
Right. Think about it. Dipset had it too, though.
Yeah.
On 05, man.
But this Chicago shit was deeper.
Yeah,
it was like a
shit had
street
niggas being
shit.
blood.
Like, everybody get money.
That just goes to show you.
What you at Wilkinson?
Yeah.
That better.
Feel me? It's
like as far as like that epidemic. Yeah, I seen a lot of these young boys, young niggas was playing. I seen basketball players, young niggas was nasty. You feel me? They ain't stick to it. You know why? It's the environment. The environment we in. Don't get me wrong. Trenton always been a hard place to live in. When it was hella gangs and shit, bloods and shit. When all that blood shit was heavy, this and that. Like, you feel me? At the end of the day, it's like. That's why I say Chief Keef a legend. You feel me? No matter how you think about it, Chief Keef gonna be a legend because he changed the whole that whole Chicago shit. These niggas out here thinking they from Chicago. Like that's what they living by now. You feel me? They think it's Chicago out here. You feel me? Because the music influenced them. Like. Me, we heard, like I'm older, so it's like I heard the Chief Keef epidemic. Don't get me wrong, I love Chief Keef. But when that epidemic came out for the young boys, they was really looking up to that. You feel
They got smacked by that wave.
Yeah, that wave, when that Savage wave came out, that whole Chicago wave, a lot of young boys was influenced by that, because these young boys doing shit now. These young boys told them like big shit, you feel me? Yeah. They living by that now, you feel me? Even the lingo, down to our lingo, like, they live by that, like.
But when you look at it, Chief Keef was 16, so it was like, if they 16, 17 in Chicago.
They was influenced, they definitely was influenced by that.
You looked at it like, damn, we could do the same shit. Now you got, after that, you've seen a lot of 16-year-olds die.
Yeah.
Like 16, 15.
Dying young.
18, man.
We dying young, feel me? But like I said, we ain't, like the older, like my age group, like a lot, don't get me wrong, you got some of it, but a lot of us ain't get swept by that epidemic, you feel me? Like, yeah, we like the music and everything, but like music is strong, first of all. You feel me? Music could change your thought to one thing to another. Music is like the influencer of the world, like, you feel me? So it's like, they following that trend. They into it, you feel me? Because a lot of them already doing what the music's saying, so they gonna fall in automatically. Like that epidemic, that whole Chief Keef Chicago epidemic changed a lot of shit out here, you feel me?
But I feel like the difference was Chicago was big as hell. So like when they beef was real intense, they still had time to, like, you know, to protect themselves, and the other side is such and such a way. So when you got like an intense beef in Trenton and your ops is down the street from you or around the corner, it makes shit more dangerous. And then that could be your cousin, your mom know him, because we only 7 miles long.
It could be way more dangerous because first of all, we in a small city. How long you think before you hit this man, or you hit his cousin or whatever, you feel me? You done drilled on somebody. You're gonna run into this person in Trenton, New Jersey, and it's not gonna be good, you feel me? Like Chicago big, you feel me? I done seen the same street beefing. I done seen the same, one long street, I done seen this our block, the other half is this block, they beefing, I done seen it, you feel me? I seen that personally, you feel me? Like it's like niggas beefing over, like, and be on the same block, you feel me? But if you from down that end, I don't fuck with you, you feel me? Like I done seen it, so it's like, you can't beef in Trenton because it's too small. It's too. You're gonna run into somebody. You're gonna run into somebody you don't like. You go to a function, you're gonna run into that person. You feel me? This city too small to even be beefing like that. You feel me? Making it harder to get money because it's like you can't get money and beef at the same time. You feel me? You might have to go make a move out another side of town. You feel me? Somebody see you, then what? You feel me? Shit's too small. Like, you feel me? If I could, I wish I could stop the violence, but it ain't gonna take. It can't just be one person. You feel me? Like, I don't even know what to say about that situation. Like, city small.
We gotta start with them younger, like 12, 13-year-olds. Because once they hit 12, 13, they pretty much decide their lives. So, I mean, if we're going to target somebody to help, it got to be the younger ones. Because from around 15, 16, sometimes it's too late. Some of them could pull out around 16, 17, 18. They could change their life. Maybe when they're a little more mature.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta start real young. You gotta start, if you wanna make a difference, you gotta start real young. Cause like the generation, like the younger generation is like, a lot of them already stuck in their ways. So it's like nothing you could tell them cause they not trying to listen to old head. They ain't trying to listen to, they thinking you like on some square shit, you feel me? So like I would say like at least make a difference. Like I would say if you could change one of these kids' mind from following that same path, you feel me? Cause I talk to as many young boys as I could, you feel me? Like it ain't about this, it's about the money. You feel me? You don't want to be here forever. You wanna be able to move to a different, be able to move your mom to a different place so y'all don't gotta keep going. We ain't gotta suffer, it ain't gotta be a cycle, you feel me? At least for you and your family. You feel me? So yeah, I definitely feel like you gotta start young, like 9, you feel me? 8, but that ain't gonna stop me from talking to you know, people already, the kids that's already doing what they doing, you feel me? That ain't gonna stop me, you feel me? If I could change your mind, I'ma try. You feel me? It's worth a try. As far as that, that's how that goes, you feel me? But the little kid, cause you gotta think about a lot of these kids looking up to niggas on their block, the niggas that's doing this and that, you feel me? They looking up to that, so it's like, you feel me? What can you tell them? But you definitely do gotta start when they're young. That's definitely facts.
Well, there you have it, man. Trenton Talks, the non-violence campaign. Anything you want to leave them off with, Manny Mac? Pain is Progress coming up.
Pain is Progress, the mixtape coming out, man. You feel me? I'm talking about a lot of that shit. I'm talking about a lot of situations, you feel me? I'm talking about I'm touching on a lot of, you feel me? And I'm gonna drop it in fall. I was gonna give it to him this summer, but it's like really hoodie music, you feel me? It's hoodie music. Like I wanna wait till it get cooled out a little bit, you feel me? So, Pain is Progress, the mixtape coming out. I'm working on that, you feel me? I'm actually working on another business. I ain't gonna say too much about it, but you feel me? I wanna like give kids a job. Like, I wanna give kids a job so they don't gotta like they're gonna make money. You feel me? Legally, I wanna give kids a job so they're gonna make money and they could just like be away, stay out the streets. You feel me? Also like teach them at the same time. You feel me? That's my goal in the next few months. So yeah, it's definitely good stuff coming up, you feel me? The mixtape coming out. Working on that. We touching on the hood. I'm talking strictly to the streets. You feel me? And that's about it. Like I could give them should I just give them a little clip it?
Yeah.
Give them a little clip it.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
You feel me? Now this just so I could tell, I'm just telling my story on this one, you feel me? This the intro to Pain is Progress, you feel me? Dropping in the fall. I said, Pain is Progress. Pop a pill and make it easier to digest. Used to trap where my mind slept. Try to paint a portrait, they couldn't picture the concept. Used to be the first on the block, like it's a contest. My mindset, my mom just caught a stroke, my dad paralyzed. I don't like to talk too much about it. I get teary-eyed. Back when I was in that car accident, they was terrified. Is we here to live our dreams or are we here to die? Lost so many niggas to the streets, don't make no kind of sense. Teachers used to say I won't make it, it killed my confidence. Think that that's the reason I ain't turned into a college kid. I dropped out but got my GED, they wasn't stopping shit. I'm more older, move smarter, more dominant. Dreams about that Pan American, can't wait till I cop the shit. Free my brothers out the cell, they locked up on some homie shit. I promise I just wanna see him G, on some Gotti shit. I mean it, I just wanna see him good. I get on and I'ma feed the hood. Even when I'm on, I'm coming back, you never leave for good. Gotta watch cause niggas plotting, don't believe the hood. Let a nigga punk you once and he gon' always think he could. I done seen it happen, little nigga try to leave him shook. Young enough the Glock started slamming and made him sleep in blood. Even when it's looking bad for me, learn to see the good. When I'm feeling down, I just need a hug. You feel me? That's what I'm giving him. I'm talking like that to him, you feel me?
All right.
Hopefully they can hear it from that and pull out the good out of it. You feel me? I'm 26, I'm still living, you feel me? I feel like you gotta live your life every day. Like you blessed just to wake up in the morning, cause niggas is going so fast out here. You ain't, it's to the point you ain't even gotta be in the mix. You could be around somebody and then get hit in the crowd, you feel me?
Wrong spot, wrong time.
That's it, man. Manny Mac 11, you know the vibes.
All right.
You feel me? Trenton Talks. You feel me?
Yeah.